Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Martine Chiella. Let's make Valentine's Day lunch together. Okay guys, let's hang out and make this lovely dish together. We decided to stay in for Valentine's and we had other plans this evening, but we're gonna get cooking and I'm just gonna go through the ingredients with you guys. I have my black pepper here, my all-purpose seasoning right here. I have a little bit of salt right here. This is the pink salt, the Himalayan salt. This is the beef, which I already thawed. I'm gonna just damp out the blood a bit. I have 1 egg right here. I have parsley. And I also have some Rice Krispie cereal, which I usually just crumble and use because I have it on hand and it tastes just like breadcrumbs. It helps keeping a lot of that juicy moisture that you combine in the ground beef, so that's why I use it, and it doesn't alter the taste of the ground beef. So I went ahead and I just put everything inside, and this was a very minimal beef ground beef combination here. I didn't do the most like how we often do. I just kept it pretty basic with a few little ingredients. And now I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little bit of garlic as well. That was fresh garlic that I had frozen, and I just kind of, every time I need some, and I would just put some in, thaw it out and just put some in. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just prep the parsley and also add it to this dish. Now, in my personal opinion, I've noticed with ground beef, the fresher your ingredients that you put in the ground beef, the tastier that it's going to be, especially if you're putting in fresh parsley, garlic, and onions. Those three, and also black pepper, those things right there tend to heighten the flavor of the ground beef in a very juicy and tasty way, and you don't even have to really add so much to it. But if your ingredients are fresh, now in this case here I was a little bit lazy and I didn't get the onions going. That's why I used an onion powder, but I certainly could have done the onion as well, because the garlic was fresh. And what I tend to do is I tend to prep my garlic in advance. I buy a lot. I would puree it and I would put it in the freezer, and it's just this way, it's just easy for me to have like a fresh batch whenever I need it. And I love garlic in a lot of my meat, so I went ahead and just mixed everything together so that it's nice and mixed in there properly. And this is how it's looking like. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to portion it out so that it is evened out, and then I'm going to be shaping it into the kebab skewers so that I'll be able to bake it in the oven. Now for this Valentine's Day here, like I told you guys, we were only able to do lunch together because we had other plans for the evening. Usually for our Wednesdays, we usually have church services on a Wednesday, mid-services, which we do attend. And recently I've just been streaming them. And so the only meal we got to have together for Valentine's Day was the lunch one. And so this is lunch that I am making for us to enjoy together. So once that was finished prepping them there, and this is how they look like, and then I went ahead and I baked them in the oven. So you just want to keep an eye on it, bake it. You don't want to dry it out. You want the meat to be nice and juicy. And then we're gonna get back to that and I will show you in a bit. So right now for a little dessert, because of Valentine's, I ended up taking out some strawberries and washing them in cold water that had a little bit of vinegar inside. And once I wash that out, we are just going to be dipping these strawberries into the chocolate, okay? The strawberries weren't very, very sweet, so I figure combining it with chocolate will bring a little sweetness to it. And also, the chocolate that I decided to go with was a semi-sweet chocolate chip. Okay, we kept this very simple, basic, but at the same time, in days like this, holidays like this, it's just a little something to show the next person that you appreciate them, just a little something special. So this is what we ended up doing for Valentine's Day lunch, and my husband absolutely enjoyed it. So I went ahead and I melted these chocolate chip, added a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to the chocolate chip, and I melted them in the microwave. So you can put about 1 minute just to start off, depending on how strong your oven is, and it should be good after that. So I started off a little bit and then I moved on, added a little bit more time, and this is what I got a pretty good consistency the first time, once I put it in. And I went ahead, I just washed the strawberries. I wiped them with towel paper, and then I was able to put like the sticks inside of them and just dip it in the cup and put it on the plate. So I'm gonna do this to all the strawberries, dip them, wipe them thoroughly so that I don't want it to be wet, because I want the chocolate to stick to the strawberries. So I just dipped it like this, and I thought it was a little bit easier maybe to pick up the spoon. I was just trying different methods here to see what would work. But all I want the chocolate on it. It doesn't have to be in any particular looking way, as long as the chocolate is on it, because once it sits, it settles, it's gonna kind of drip over. So that's how I had it. And now my meat is ready here. I'm just taking it out. I'm checking on it. It is okay. It is still juicy. So I'm going to leave it right here, and I will be adding the sticks to it very soon. And so I tried attaching some marshmallow to some of the strawberries there, as you can see. So yeah, this is how it is looking. It was good and ready. I lined the tray with a piece of parchment paper, which I could have used a bigger piece. And the only reason I did that simply because of cleaning purposes. I didn't want to spend too much time scrubbing my tray or leaving it in water. I like to wash off all my dishes at the end of the night and just get it out of the way. So I'm going ahead, I'm just prepping the plate, which we're going to be enjoying together. I started off with a salad base, and then I topped everything on top, and I also added the meat. Now the sticks that I use, these are sandwich sticks, which you can get in your local grocery store, but I got mine off of Amazon. I got a bigger bulk off of Amazon because I tend to host and I love making sandwiches, and it's one of those easy things that is versatile to make finger foods. So that's why I used these ones. So I went ahead and I put the meat on top. The next thing I added was the tomato slices. I just added a couple, and depending on how many people are eating, you just do it accordingly. And it's no particular way that how you should put things on top of this. I'm topping this off with feta cheese. And as I'm doing this, it's kind of going that Mediterranean direction, Middle Eastern food. Added a little bit of cucumbers. You can really have fun with this. Now the naan bread here, I did not make it. It was a purchase like this, but what I did is I put it in the oven just to get that lovely warmth to the bread, that freshness. Added a little bit of olives. Again, this meal here, you can customize the dressing that you want. We ended up pairing it off with different dressings, but a good one that you can pair it with is a balsamic, Italian vinaigrette. So it would go with this dish. So this is how our Valentine's Day lunch turned out. Okay, so this is what we enjoyed on Valentine's Day. And I had the juice punch right there and the strawberry dipped in chocolate for dessert. Thank you all so very much for watching and sticking around with me in this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below and let me know what y'all did for Valentine's. And I will definitely see you guys all in the next video. Bye for now.